Hey guys, I'm Jax.
And I'm Victoria.
And you're listening to
Like Totally Random, a new podcast about music, movies, Netflix, and everything in between. So I've been thinking a lot about reading ever since we had our conversation back in episode 7 or whatever.
Yes.
I've really decided that I want to start reading more. I want to start reading more contemporary books as well, like I said. Mm-hmm. So I think it would be really cool if we come up with like a summer reading list.
Okay. I'm finishing the second book of Mockingjay or Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. It's so different from the movie, which I actually really like.
Yeah, I bet. I haven't seen the movie, but I bet it was not the best.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, we've already talked about that.
You know what? I have a funny story. Okay. It's not that funny. It's funny to me and the kid that was in class with me. So my friend and I had what was it? English? I think it was English Lit 2. And my friend was in that class. And our teacher was incredibly strange. She, for some reason, made us, like, pronounce everything odd. And, like,
what?
Every time somebody would mention a book or we would talk about something, she'd be like, that's beach reading. That's a beach reading book right there.
What the?
Every time. So literally my friend and I just joke. We'll literally pick up a copy of like Infinite Jest and we're like, beach reading.
And you'll always say it.
Yeah. So every time I say beach reading, I don't mean it like legitimately. I mean like.
Just normal reading.
I'm just laughing.
You're going to read it.
Yeah.
Or like, maybe probably not going to read it.
Never going to read it.
Right.
I'm not going to read Ulysses by James Joyce. That's not beach reading.
And when do you go to the beach?
Never.
Literally never.
Have you seen my flesh? I'm paler than the dark side of the moon. Okay, so like speaking of beach reading,
yeah,
I mean it like for real this time. I'm being like genuine. I'm not saying like this is beach reading right there.
Yeah. Did she say it like that?
Yeah, she's like, or what, something like, that's an essay right there. That's what she said.
Was she from Minnesota?
No, I don't know where the fuck she was from. She was like this little blonde lady. I don't remember. But like every time we would say something or have a cool discussion, she'd be like, that's an essay right there. I don't know. It was so weird.
All right, sorry.
Shout out to whatever your name was, Professor. I don't remember. But yeah, so we decided that we're going to do a summer reading list.
Yay.
Hopefully we can finish it in the summer, but yeah. I don't like to live in rules like that.
Yeah, I like to live in the moment.
Yeah.
And usually the moment's like half-assed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
If we read one book, we'll be lucky.
I'll actually be okay with that.
Yeah, you know what? Aim for the stars, and then you'll land on the moon
with just the one book.
Yeah,
for beach
no,
reading.
let's say we're gonna do it. Okay? If we say we're gonna do it, then maybe we'll do half of it, which is more than if we said we'd do one.
That's true.
Stay woke, my friends.
Okay, so 5.
Yeah, I think 5.
Okay.
We'll each choose 5, something that maybe goes along the themes of what we've been talking about. I'm definitely going to look for some kind of sci-fi, time travel-y things.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then maybe somebody can send in a suggestion. If you guys have suggestions for what we should put on our list, let us know. We'll publish the list on our website. So keep an eye out for the post announcing that so you can take a look and see if you guys want to follow along, if you think we should read them in a certain order or what have you. Or you could yell at us and tell us we're not reading fast enough or reading enough, whatever.
I actually read incredibly fast.
I'm a speed reader.
Yeah.
It just takes me a while to have the time to pick up a book is the problem.
Same.
If I sit down, I think I can read about 120 pages in an hour, something like that.
Damn.
So maybe like 2 pages per minute. I can't do math.
That's pretty good.
I can't do math, okay?
If I'm really into it, I could finish a book in a couple of days.
Yeah,
in like a day and 2 days, just depending.
There's nothing better than like you start a book and you literally cannot go to sleep because you want to finish it.
Yeah.
I want a book like that. I haven't had a book like that in ages.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll post the various links about our lists and you guys can kind of check up on what we're reading and yeah. So I actually listened to your playlist.
Oh, okay.
And I have some first impressions on it.
Okay.
So overall, I was kind of surprised that I feel like I didn't know a lot of the artists on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was kind of nice to get some fresh music. I actually liked quite a few of the songs to listen to later and kind of explore a bit more down the line. So yeah, I liked that it wasn't just your normal stuff you can hear on the like radio or maybe stuff that you already have within other playlists. I thought that was kind of nice that it was totally different, change of pace from the stuff that I have in my playlist.
I mean, I think my more upbeat playlist has a little more popular artists.
Popular artists, but not overly popular songs.
That's true. Except
I
for
didn't.
Old Town Road.
Yeah. I mean, well, Lil Nas though, he's so hot right now. That Lil Nas,
So hot right now.
but like that was the only one.
Yeah, and I think I had a Lizzo song on there as well, but
Yeah.
I mean that genuinely is like what I listen to when I want to go out. Like I need something to get me hyped.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah, and my mellow one, I didn't realize until after the fact, but I think it has like 2 covers on there, which is weird because I'm not usually one who loves covers.
Right.
But I love both of those.
I only remember one, and I remember thinking it didn't feel like a cover necessarily. Like I was jamming on that difference that they brought to it, but I recognized the song.
Right, yeah, like they kind of made it their own. Which song was that? Was it or was it the 80s vibe, or was it the other one?
I think it was the other one.
Okay, so Ride by Mr. Wise, I think is who it is.
And then something I was a little surprised about, but happy at the same time. Quite a few of your songs are not in English in your chill one, I think. Or maybe it's the hype one.
Both of them have features of like other languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved, so I think there was either a Japanese or Korean.
I'm not quite sure which one it is, but I know exactly what song you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what language it is, but
I think it's Chinese.
I will look it up and we will put it in the blog post along with our playlist.
Yeah, sold.
And then in my upbeat one, I had one by The Love of My Life, Maluma.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got Ty dollar sign, or Ty doll hair sign, as I like to say. You're like, pardon me. And that one's partially in Spanish.
Yeah.
And then partially in English, too.
Were you going to go see Maluma this summer?
I was. We were going to go to Vegas and go see him, but it ended up being real pricey.
Yeah. I can see why.
Yeah.
He's pretty banging.
He's amazing.
I mean, outside of his physical features, which are gorge, I like him, and I don't even really listen to him that much.
Right. I love him, and he's got such a following.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna blow up real soon. I think he's gonna be like, not quite Bad Bunny status, because Bad Bunny is like at the top of his game right now, but I think he's definitely up there in the Latino charts, if you will.
Right. Yeah, he's fun. Definitely a tune to get me ready for my night out.
Yeah, and he has a really weird collaboration with Madonna, of all people.
Oh, God, of course. I'm not surprised. Weird.
A terrible song.
Of course it is. It's Madonna. Just leave it. Just live off your royalties and go fucking die in chorus. Oh, my God. I'm just so sick of it. I'm so sick of her. Like, she definitely had her time, but I feel like these artists, and especially the older artists now, it's unfortunate because you probably start to realize that not a lot's happening with you, and you come off of these huge, like, decades of having such a huge following, a lot of fans, touring all the time, and now you kind of slow down. It's like you don't know what to do with yourself, so you're trying to just, like, fill this time.
And you're trying to, like, stay relevant. You probably don't realize that you're that old and should just fade into obscurity.
Yeah.
Like I always feel like you should go out on top.
100% literally exactly what I was about to say. Like, of course, we'll never get 90s Madonna back, and we don't want that 90s Madonna back.
Right.
But I think when she started to do her collab with, like, Justin Timberlake and shit, I was like, oh, fuck, this is what's happening now. Like, what the fuck can we do here? How do we tell her? Is somebody not telling her? Please sit her down.
Madonna. What are you going to say to her? Please stop.
Remember when she, like, went out with that guy who's, like, 30 years younger than her?
Yes.
Awkward.
Oh my God.
That's all I can think of now is just like almost inappropriate things. Things are just like, have some respect.
Get your life together.
Have some respect for yourself, Madonna. Please don't hate me. Madonna.
We love Madonna.
We do love you. We just want you to have some respect for yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Her weird fake accent. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. When she married Guy.
Yeah. And suddenly she was British.
Yeah. It's hard because, like, I've lived in different countries, and so I've also picked up these bits and pieces.
She was hamming it up.
She really was, because she lived there for, like, 2 years.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then suddenly she was, like, hella British, just like Lindsay Lohan and her weird accent. Have you heard it?
No. Oh, no.
So she lives
Is she still alive?
I don't know.
Do you remember that, like, beach thing on MTV that she was supposed to do?
Yeah, that got canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. that.
Yep.
But yeah, she has this weird accent where I think she was in Turkey for a while. And
That's kind of random.
So she picked up the accent, but then she's also been living in England, I think, for a while. So she also tries to talk like that.
Oh, God.
I don't know. It's really strange. You should listen to it.
No. She makes me feel bad about myself.
She makes me feel bad all around.
She makes me feel bad for her and her life that she's had. Like, why would you... What's happening in Turkey?
I don't know. She studied like the Quran and stuff like that, which is cool, whatever. But like I listened to an interview and she was just insane.
Yeah. And
her accent was insane.
Yeah, for sure. I could see that. I hate to say this, but the only thing that kind of comes to mind is that somebody in Turkey, this millionaire, wanted to fuck her.
Maybe.
Flew her out there or whatever, and she was like this, I don't know.
Maybe.
Courtesan for this...
A concubine?
Yes.
Oh!
For this Turkish billionaire.
Like Sheikh or whatever? I know that's not the right one.
No, but a Sheikh.
Okay, you know what? That really reminds me. Okay, so I had a coworker, and she worked for a, what are those called? Like a private airline?
Like a private jet?
Yeah, basically. And she was a flight attendant. And so in her training, they told her... These sheiks, because they were legitimate sheiks, spending like millions of dollars, they're like, they might proposition you with the grossest things for money. So they were like literally, this is so gross. I don't even want to talk about this.
Just do it.
She said that these sheiks would proposition them and say like, let me shit on you for $1 million.
A fucking $1 million.
I would do it, I think.
100%. I'd be like, show me your bank account. Show me you can transfer
Where is your proof of funds?
Also, where are you shitting? Are you shitting in my hand? Can you shit on the bottom of my heel?
Can I choose? Can it be like a calf?
Right.
You know, like not a foot because between your toes.
Or like on your stomach or something.
Or
on
my
your
back?
Hair.
Or your face would be... if it was face, it would have to be $2 million.
$10 million, dude.
Okay.
Like
times are tough, but okay.
There could... We're all of a sudden bougie about who we want to shit on us.
Really picky for $2 million.
First of all, that $2 million could go far, and you'll never get the stank off of you because it'll always be in your brain.
It's okay. Every time I swipe that card and I buy a Louis Vuitton
with your $2 million doll hairs.
Or a Hermes, I won't mind.
But you'd always think about it. I guarantee you're swiping it and you're going...
You're like, I let somebody shit on me for this. I would still do it with a shit-eating grin.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hundo P, man.
Did she ever tell you?
No, I don't think she ever was, but I think some of her coworkers might have been propositioned.
Yeah.
I don't know if they took them up on it or not.
Yeah.
But imagine being that rich that you've run out of stuff to do and you're just like, what is the wildest thing I can ask somebody and pay them?
And a part of me is kind of like, I don't see a problem in somebody saying, yes or no to that if they want to do that.
Right.
As somebody who's being propositioned. Mm-hmm. Because, like, they obviously take some sort of weird pleasure out of...
Right.
Like, probably weird different types of pleasure out of this. And it's like, if they can just throw around $2 million or $1 million, like, it's nothing.
Right.
That could change people's lives.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not a ton of money, especially in California these days when,
Or for them, realistically.
Right. It's probably a drop in the bucket for them. But, like, to be able to change somebody's life for 10 minutes, it's hard not to say no.
I mean, I'd probably say yes, to be honest.
I think I would say yes. But where? Like, I'd have to know. I'd have to be like, we're not doing it on this plane.
I'd need a contract.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'd need you to write down a little list for me.
Same. Like, here are the places you cannot do it. You're doing it once. It's lasting 3 minutes. Go take a laxative or something because it's happening now.
No, not a laxative. That would be so much worse.
It'd just be like diarrhea.
Imagine the cleanup.
Oh, my God. Like, you'd have to have, like, plastic on the floor.
Absolutely.
Or
trash
it'd have
bags.
to be, like, in the fucking shower.
Yes. I think that's the wisest choice.
Yeah, same.
And they have to pay for somebody else to clean
it up.
Oh, my God.
No, hell no.
Yeah, I would probably still do it.
Gross. That is so gross.
Times are tough.
Any millionaire out there want to come?
Can somebody just give me $1 million? Like, it's charitable.
Can we negate the shitting?
Yeah, can we, like, take that part off the table? Like, we'll increase our fee if that's the case, if you really need it, but I would just like $1 million. Imagine how many people I could help with that.
We can pay you in jokes.
Yeah.
And
we could pretend to laugh at your jokes.
That's true.
I think that's worth $1 million.
I think it is too, just depending on how shitty
But
how shitty you are.
pun intended.
Total accident, guys.
Oh, pun again.
Oh shit. I can't stop. That's what she said. That's what he said. All right.
Oh god.
I'm done.
That took a really weird turn.
That did.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Thanks for setting me up with this shit.
Oh, I've had weird life experiences.
Dude, no, that's super weird.
Oh, so gross.
Did you
right?
ask her? Did you ever outwardly ask her? Because I would be interested.
Oh, I 100% was
Okay.
like, were you ever propositioned? She's like, and she told me, she was like, no, nobody ever propositioned me or anything like that. But I'm sure she's seen some really weird shit. I'd love to pick her brain.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine even outside of like these, sheiks or the maybe really rich men, like even just like celebrities and stuff. Like what's happening there?
What kind of weird shit are they into? And like, I don't understand if this is like, if it was like a power trip, like I can literally pay you and you'll do whatever I want, or is this like some kind of weird sexual gratification?
I think it's both.
Probably.
I think like I would never, I don't know, like if I had a lot of money and I could have sex with anybody I wanted, like I think that it would have to be both, because I don't think I'd ever go there for bowel movements. Because like like my mind doesn't go, I want somebody to shit on me. I can't even
or like I can't even like joke. It's just so gross.
Like my mind goes to, let's have massive orgies or something with beautiful models and really famous people.
But I mean, if you think about it, they've had money their whole life. How many orgies do you think these dudes have attended?
Probably quite a few.
And like what's going to bring you more excitement? Like something really disgusting? It's kind of sad in a way.
No, it is 100% sad. 100% sad. And I think outside of the power thing, because they probably feel power 100% of the time. And they probably have sex 100% of the time.
Right.
But it's a weird combination of a fetish and a power trip. And it's like, because there are women out there who would probably turn down the $1 million.
That's true. That's true.
Is there any women out there in like totally random land who would actually not do this? I want to know.
I absolutely want to know. So tell us, would you let somebody shit on you for $1 million? If not, what's your price?
Yeah, what is your price? $10 million? $100 million? What could these sheiks get you to do with $100 million?
I don't know. Where would I draw the line?
There'd almost have to be some stipulations. Like I'd obviously draw the line on any animal. I mean, that's just where my mind's going. Because if somebody's going to shit on you, I don't think they have any problems asking you to do strange things with animals.
You're right.
Bestiality is probably within their... Ugh. Gross. Ugh.
I mean, there has to be some kind of negotiation.
Yeah.
No blind trust with these sheiks.
No, fuck no. Mm-mm. Who the fuck do they think?
Just because you can buy me doesn't mean I'll let you.
I will, but there are stipulations. I have some respect for myself. Here are the terms and conditions.
Mm-hmm. Please sign on the dotted line. This reminds me of something my friends and I do. We do this game called Dealbreaker.
Oh, no.
So basically what it is let's say you think of some crazy scenario, right? And you turn to somebody and you go, I can't even think of anything right now. Like a true deal breaker.
What's the movie that they talk about this in? Oh, White Chicks. You know in White Chicks when the two cops are like, so you have to marry, you get to go down on Cher, but she's on her yeast infection. Is that it?
Similar. It is similar. Okay, it is similar. Yeah. So basically it's like, I look at you and I'm like, okay, it's the love of your life, right?
Yeah.
And he wants you to help him with his suppository. Deal breaker?
Oh my God.
But it's like serious thing, like long-term things, relationship things, the stupidest things.
Okay. I love it. What's yours?
I can't think of anything right now. I had one a moment ago, but, and it could be something really innocuous. Okay. So, person doesn't love dogs, deal breaker.
Oh yeah,
100% deal breaker.
Yeah, person doesn't love cats,
deal breaker.
Same.
Somebody's allergic to cats.
Ooh,
see, it's a tough one. You got to think about it.
Because it's not that they don't like them,
right?
It's just like they can't be around them.
They were born to have unhappy lives.
Could medicine fix the issue?
It could.
Okay.
See? So that's how you kind of keep going.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, but what about in this scenario? What about in this scenario? Deal breaker, deal breaker.
I love this game.
It's a fun little thing that we
Yeah.
do. We like to do it on like road trips and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Just to like shoot the shit.
I love it.
So I listened to your playlist, not just mine because I'm not selfish like that. And it was actually really interesting. It was like a really good mix of songs.
Thanks.
You know, everything was upbeat, but there was like a little bit of everything, which I really liked. You know, if you're not necessarily feeling like Miley Cyrus, you could just skip and go to Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Also that, I think it's Strangers by Halsey.
Yeah.
I fucking love that song.
Dude, have you never heard that song before?
No, I have.
Oh, okay.
But that's like one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
And then of hers. And then for it to be on that playlist, I was like, it's solid.
Yeah.
It wins.
She wanted to basically tell her fans about her bisexuality and
Right.
the fact that she outwardly doesn't come off as bisexual because she's been in like heterosexual relationships.
Right.
And so she grabbed Lauren. I don't know how to say her name. Jagardi?
I don't know.
I don't know.
suck
She
at
grabbed her
names.
because she's also bisexual, and they wanted to do a collaboration together.
Oh.
So, and I love that song. And obviously, their bio, you know, helps or whatever. But just their kind of chemistry really works with their voices.
Their voices are oddly similar but distinct at the same time.
Yeah, agreed.
Like when I first listened to it, I didn't realize it was two different people until I went back and listened again, and I was like, oh, I see.
Yeah,
And I don't know why I'm a sucker for songs that like change pronouns partway through.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It like leaves you guessing. You're like, wait, did I
Wait,
hear that
who?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it adds more depth, I think, to the song.
I agree.
Like, what's that Robin song? Dancing on My Own?
Oh my god.
Fucking love that
Same.
song. Ugh, so
that will
good.
like forever go down as like one of my top like 100 favorite songs
Absolutely.
ever. And that's saying a lot.
Absolutely. That's on my Bitches and Bangers playlist.
Bitches and bangers. Nice.
But yeah, I love that song because it's like you can see the whole story.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah. Halsey is a great storyteller.
Absolutely.
So she writes a lot of her songs because they all come from like poems and stuff like that. So she's just a natural storyteller. I love that about her.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
there's like more depth to it.
Right. It's not just somebody like making a hook or making a chorus.
Right. Or somebody else's, lyrics to their beat or whatever.
Right.
I actually really liked your chill list too. I feel like it had the same kind of thing where it was, I guess not necessarily different genres, but different vibes for each song, which was cool because it kind of fit however you're feeling at the moment. There's
Right.
like something you can go with.
With this one, I really tried to like, so you know how you made yours and you were like, my upbeat one is
Right.
like trying to get you in the mood to go out. And then your other one, your chill one was like when you're coming back from the club. What I tried to do here is think about like what I would do at a barbecue. And, like when you first go to a barbecue, maybe you're not necessarily like so pumped or you need a drink or two to kind of
Right.
get into like a more chill vibe. And so I really tried to like start off a little bit slower and then build up to some really fun songs.
Right.
And then like really tried to kind of just drown it out with some good sort of slow, chill tempo ones.
You know what I was really fucking stoked about?
What?
Okay, so the Gem song, They.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, I have a very long story about this, but
Okay, I'm
I have been searching for that song for probably about 10 years, and I had no idea what fucking song it was. It was the intro to this horrible VH1 show back in the early...
What was it called?
I cannot remember, but it was like the opening of the song, and it zooms in on this weird mansion, and I want to say it was like this weird, it was a weird dating show, I think. And so it's these two people in this mansion, like going on a date or something like that. I'm probably completely misremembering it, but all I remember is that intro song, and I was obsessed with it, and I could never figure out what it was. And so then I'm listening to your playlist, and it comes on, and I literally
Lose your shit.
I almost fell out of my chair. I was like, holy shit, this is the song.
Nice.
So good. I just remember like panning into like a pool or something. Yes. And there was like little silhouettes, I think was part of like the logo or whatever.
What?
Oh God, I gotta find the
Singled
show.
Out?
No.
Singled Out was MTV, huh?
I think so.
RuPaul did Singled Out.
Really?
Yeah, do you remember? And Jenny McCarthy.
I don't remember that at all.
Dude.
Huh. I'm pretty certain it was VH1. It was some kind of dating show, but it wasn't like it wasn't like a Rock of Love where it was like the same people every time. It was no, it was like a new thing every time. I'm gonna find it. It's my mission now.
A new thing every episode.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you guys out there have any fucking idea what Victoria is talking about, please let me know, because this is a little vague for me, and I need a little more to go off.
It probably had like nothing to do with whatever I'm saying, but
you might be like mixing like two different shows.
Maybe.
I tend to like do that with shows. I'll be like, I remember this, but I remember this.
I remember what it was.
What?
It was like these, okay, I think I remember what it was. I think it was these two exes, and they haven't seen each other in a long time, and they're locked into this house together to see what happens, and their significant others are watching the whole time to see if they hook up with each other or not. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
That's terrible.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to find it.
I want to go watch this, though.
I mean, it was so bad.
Like 9 times out of 10 they did or didn't.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. Or they'd have like really deep conversations about like what happened.
And,
like, yeah, it was actually
so like some resolution.
Yeah, exactly,
okay.
exactly. I'm pretty certain that's what it was.
Okay. If you find it, like let me know, because I'm interested.
Okay.
I like seeing those type of shows. Those shows get me.
Yeah.
The psychology behind.
Right.
Even though if it's a bit ghetto.
And I think there were, well, I mean, it's like early 2000s or like mid 2000s VH1.
Oh my God, the pastels.
Oh God, Jesus. And I think it was like, there were certain things that were romantic, like things that the production would like throw in there to like make it more like chocolate covered strawberries and like fondue or some shit. Because that's so romantic.
Let's give them some melted cheese. Let's see what they do with this cheese.
Some melted chocolate and some whipped cream.
Bitches
Let's see
love
what happens.
cheese.
It's true. This bitch loves cheese.
Yeah, so that song got you?
Yeah. Oh my God, that song was like, she like made my whole life, honestly.
You.
I was like,
you're not the only person to say that about that song. There's quite a few people who are like, oh my God, I fucking love this song. Like, how did you even remember this?
It's so distinct.
Yeah,
you know, that
it is.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's been featured in a lot of things too.
It's like exactly everything I try to emulate or say that I like about songs, like those instrumental pieces, kind of gets a bit more melancholy. It reminds me, did you ever listen to Dido?
That doesn't sound familiar. I don't know, perhaps.
It might be a little too old for you around that time, because she came out like 2000.
Okay.
And she was kind of like Gem. Very like... very melancholy sounding.
Okay.
And like her beats were melancholy, but it's such a chill kind of. I'll actually post one of my favorite songs. On our blog and see on Twitter as well. And see if you guys remember her and see what you think about her. Huh. But yeah, I love that kind of vibe.
Right. That sounds like my jam back in the day too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. I listen to like so much random shit. I literally will listen to anything from tango from the 30s, that's my shit, to like 50s songs all the way to the present. Like, I will not say no to listening to anything except for obviously country. Mm-hmm. Except for Old Town Road. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's so weird. And I don't know where that came from, because like I said, my parents never really listened to music.
Yeah.
You know, my mom's always listening to 94.7.
Oh.
You're welcome.
I used to have the biggest crush on Karen Sharp.
Who?
Oh my God, Karen Sharp. She is on what's that radio station at night? Love Songs on the Coast.
Her voice was amazing,
dude. I didn't know what she looked like for years.
Oh, I have no idea what she looks like.
Okay, but I was just in love with her voice. Like, hey guys, this is Love Songs on the Coast, Coast 103.5, and you're just like, oh my God, this is so good.
Give me a little love songs.
Yes, Karen,
I'm here.
What you say?
I'm tuning in.
I love that shit.
Oh man.
Was there anybody on my list that you didn't know?
You know, I didn't know a lot of the artists on here. Obviously I knew Halsey, Fleetwood Mac, come on.
Yeah.
Even Tegan and Sarah.
Of course.
This is on your upbeat playlist, but that Miami Horror song.
Oh yeah.
I had never heard of that, and I love this song.
I know.
The beat is so interesting. It's like upbeat without being like
too in your face.
Annoying. Yeah, without being like, you gotta get really hyped.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm gonna have a good day today.
Yeah.
You know? Like that kind of beat.
Yeah.
And I've never heard any of their stuff. I don't know who.
Miami Horror.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's Miami Horror featuring Kimbra.
Right.
And Kimbra is a New Zealand artist. So I think I mentioned this before. Like, there's quite a few Australian and New Zealand artists within both of my lists. And she's an underrated artist, in my opinion. Like, American, Australian, New Zealand music.
Right.
Her voice is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And she does all these really interesting things with her albums. They've changed quite a bit. So her voice really lends itself to stuff like this because it's powerful,
right,
but not too overpowering, I guess.
Right. I have to listen to more of her stuff. Like, it sounds familiar, and I don't know if it's familiar because, like, we've talked about it, or if I have legitimately heard some of her songs.
I think you have. You definitely have heard some of her music, but it doesn't sound like this.
Okay.
Because this is strictly Miami Horror featuring Kimbra.
Right.
So a lot of Miami Horror stuff does kind of sound like this.
Okay.
That I love.
Okay.
But Kimbra, her albums went from quite poppy to... Actually, they're still quite poppy, but she plays a lot of instruments and stuff. So it's kind of poppy with a bit of like a 80s vibe. Like, she gets a bit synthy and stuff. And
you know that's my jam right now.
I know. And yeah, I think you'd really like her. She's had quite an evolution, so yeah, definitely check her out.
I'm gonna definitely do that. I always need new music.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even know how I found half of the things that I listen to.
Yeah, same.
I think it's mostly recommendations, or
yeah, totally.
Who knows?
And I love that too, because I just go down a rabbit hole.
Right.
So like the things that I liked from your list, I'm definitely gonna go down a rabbit hole pretty soon. And just start exploring that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same, especially with these, because I feel like that's going to lead me to artists that I don't know of, especially because they are like Australian, New Zealand.
Right.
It's not necessarily, like, not everything translates to other countries and that kind of thing. So I think that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Something to brag about.
Totally.
So I want to hear what everybody's deal breakers are, or their scenarios for deal breakers.
We should do like a deal breaker every time.
Yeah. Guys, tweet us your deal breakers or DM us or whatever. We want to hear about it.
Yeah, we'll post them up on our blog and on Instagram. We've been getting quite a few questions through our blog, and we really appreciate it. We're going to post those soon.
Yeah, we decided we're going to do a Q&A soon because we kept getting these weird questions. So if you want to be featured on the Q&A, send in your questions on our website at liketotallyRandom.com or DM us on Instagram at liketotallyRandom.